Cool. Right. Okay. So I have some good news, and that is that Behind the Window is just about ready for firing off, and I will be officially approving it, fingers crossed, on Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I like to be precise with these things. So 0900 hours. So I'm going to read you an extract from Behind the Window, which is set on the brink of the new millennium in Bangkok, and it's when the main character goes to appear at a computer conference to welcome in the new millennium, and it's about when, and this section is when he just arrives at the conference. Right, Friday, the 31st of December, 1999. Right, the conference finishes at 5 o'clock, so that should give us enough time to jet back to the hotel and change into our party clothes, plus go for a drink. Dear, the party kicks off at 7. Believe me, we'll have plenty of time. And I think we can schedule more than a drink. Nicola pushed her hands into his neck, her dark hair, tied into a ponytail, swished from side to side. And I think you need another shave. And, he said, trying and bloody well failing to mock her, I think you need to let a man take care of his hygiene. Do I tell you how to operate a hair straightener? You wouldn't know how, she said, running to the bathroom. You're talking to a guy who owns one of the biggest computing companies on the planet. I built it up from scratch, with a little help, of course, from certain benefactors. Namely my father, she shouted. Yeah, but don't forget he got his investment back. Let me tell you, I have been referred to as the new Bill Gates. I know, you've told me 100 times. And how long are you going to be? We need to make the others downstairs for breakfast. If Irene's not hungover, Nicola came out of the bathroom adjusting a jacket. Petey, is she going to be okay? I'm pretty worried about her. Oh, she'll be fine. She's strong. She'll pull through. Her mum's probably trying to make her dad uncomfortable. Then she'll take him back. I don't think so, dear. Nicola handed him his briefcase. Now you're going to take me to breakfast or what? The protesters had gathered like a throng of bees outside the conference centre. Numerous placards read, computers are polluters, down with processing systems, ban AI, the usual rubbish that Petey was used to at these sorts of events. He wasn't even surprised to see a bearded man with thick George Smiley glasses waving a poster that proclaimed, Newton M-Ren computers kill babies. Don't they have anything better to do, said Alan as he helped his wife out of the taxi. A banner announcing the title of the conference was hanging above the great glass entrance doors. Come on, homies, said Irene. It was clear that she was okay now. Her savagely bad sense of humour was back. Nicola took her boyfriend's hand, kissing him on the earlobe. The four of them walked up the steps to the entrance, a few boos coming in their direction. It's not like we're selling guns to Africa, joked Alan. These people really need to get a life. He fished out the formal invites and handed them over to one of the security guards. The guard studied the papers and opened one of the glass doors. The group entered a small lobby where the invites were checked again, and they were all given official passes. They entered a tight corridor filled with other excited attendees, all wanting to be discovered, all wanting a hand in the honeypot of fame. Very nice, remarked Alan. Oh, Petey, are you ready for your speech? Yeah, I'm ready, don't you worry. Petey had his speech ready in his mind. Simple, perfect, not needing any adjusting. Ah, you're here, said a booming, larger-than-life voice. Anton, Petey spluttered, exchanging a hard handshake with one of his former lecturers. It's so good to see you, said Anton, brushing crumbs off his shirt. You have created such a brilliant company. Seems like yesterday you were a fresher, looking scared beyond belief. Nicola, this is one of my lecturers from university, Professor Anton Hickman. Petey cleared his throat. Anton, this is my partner Nicola, my lawyer Alan, and his wife Irene. Good to meet you all, said Anton. My grandson has one of your computers in his school. He's completely obsessed by it. Teachers have had to pull him off it on numerous occasions. What brings you to the conference? Nicola asked. I'm an advisor. Anton folded his arms. A colleague of a colleague mentioned my name and my background to the head honcho, and abracadabra, I'm here. Right, must be off, guys. I need to meet with a few people before the conference kicks off. See you all later. Well, that was short and sweet, said Nicola. They followed the other guests to the conference room, well, rather a large dining hall. Tables set up with coffee and biscuits, with bright white chairs were spread out across the floor. A raised table with 5 seats, presumably for the very important computer people, was situated at the front, before a gold and pink curtain that reminded Petey of Japanese martial arts films. Where the hell do we sit? Stammered Alan. It's on the pass, said Petey, but his voice was lost. The room was too big, way too big, bigger than anyone of his position could ever imagine. Kick-off was at 9 p.m., 9 o'clock sharp. Greg Earle, in a pitch-black suit and tie, stood up from his seat at the high table and came forward to a small lectern. Good morning, everyone, he said in his chirpy little voice. I would like to welcome you all to a new millennium, new frontiers and no boundaries. Despite what the protesters are saying about us killing the planet, the core theme of this conference is the exact opposite. Applause. I have been accused of all sorts of nasty things. They seriously believe that I want to destroy the environment and the ozone layer. Why would I do that? I have 2 children. Applause. But let us not be distracted anymore. The conference is about progress. Like it says in the title, it is about new frontiers. It is about pushing forward and not letting us anything define us. Applause. It is the last day of this millennium and the beginning of another. Computers will have a big role to play in the years to come. Before this conference properly starts, I want you to take a few moments, each and every one of you, to think about what computers mean for you. Some of you own companies, some of you are scientists, a few of you are science journalists, but all of you are driven by the core desire to see what is around the corner. Today, there will be many talks, a lot of scientific vocabulary, but I want you to think about what you want, what your heart wants. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Grand applause. Thank you.